Joining us now is former chairman and CEO of the Nasdaq, Bob Greifeld. Bob is also a CNBC contributor. Good to see you, Bob. Curious what you make. Curious of what you make of all the fast track decisions. The Nasdaq obviously opting for that for mega cap listings, whereas the S&P took kind of the other side.
Yeah, I would say just very clearly, when the rules were set, it would never contemplated a $75 billion IPO. Right? IPOs are small back in the day, and they were concerned with having enough float out there. So $75 billion is enough float for a public company. That's for sure. So the rules didn't reflect the reality that exists today, and they should have been changed.
What about, to your point, you've got a bunch of different dynamics at play. So I believe that it would be as soon as tonight that you'd get a sense of the eligibility, which most people think SpaceX will be eligible. And then starting in early July, we could actually see that inclusion and the flows that follow. So that would be presumably pretty bullish for SpaceX. But then you're also watching the lockups in a few weeks that could expire, which would potentially create some pressure on the stock as well.
Yeah, I would say this. You're doing the math on what the likely buying power is, the Qs coming in. It's somewhat muted. It's going to happen over time. It'll clearly be a positive. But the dominant fact here is you have $800 billion of locked up shares that will become unlocked up between now and the end of October. And you have to understand a lot of these shares were early investors. And whether they're getting a 10x return on their money or 11x return, they're going to be relatively price insensitive. Their main issue after waiting a long time, some of them over a decade, is liquidity. So they'll be relatively price incented to move, right, quicker.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of funds out there that are very over-indexed to SpaceX right now, just given what that has done in the private markets and now in the public markets. You have a hedge fund now, Cornerstone Financial Technology Management, and you were a flipper of SpaceX on its debut. Explain your thinking there.
Well, that was really me. That was Bob Greifeld personally. That wasn't the hedge fund. The hedge fund, does everything in a quantitative, systematic way there. So what I would say here, when you look at SpaceX, what I really love about it, it speaks to humankind's ability to be aspirational, right? When you think about this stock trading at 100 times revenue, it's hard to come up with a model that gets you there. If you discount money at 10% over 30 years, you have to have a tremendous amount of money 30 years out. So it doesn't meet fundamental criteria the way I look at it, but clearly it meets aspirational criteria, and to bet against Elon has not been a smart move over the years there. So from my perspective, it's a speculative bet based on what you believe is possible. Now, I personally, as I said before, don't have a desire to move to Mars. You might, Leslie, I'm not sure there, but I wish him luck with that effort.